What's up, everybody? Look, man, before I get into the topic of today's video, I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you. Guys, our views are going through the roof, and I guess you guys are liking what we have to say. If you guys want some more productive topics, if you just let me know in the comments. I'm here for you guys. The channel is based on self-development, entrepreneurship, and real estate. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's about being the best version of yourself. I'm sharing with you all the things I've learned in my past 20 years and building a real estate empire, which is actually a business and entrepreneurial empire. I've learned a lot of things along the way. So I know you guys are viewing, but give me a like, hit the subscribe button, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to give my coach, I had many coaches in real estate sales. I want to give them some props today. Look, man, what they really taught me about a pre-listing package. I had no idea about a pre-listing package before I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on real estate sales coaching. So today in this video, I'm going to cover the benefits of having a pre-listing package and exactly what you need in it so you as a realtor can go ahead and take more listings at will. Ready? Let's get it. So what is a pre-listing package? A pre-listing package is something that you have created that you will deliver the morning of, the night before, maybe even 2 days before your actual listing appointment. So what you want to do is, as you go ahead and you start making these listing appointments, now you have to start thinking about conversion. Because one thing you're going to learn when you take thousands of listings appointments like I have, one thing you're going to learn is like you're not going to get all of them. You're not going to get all of them. And as you get busier, you're probably not going to even want to go to all of them. As you get busier, you can pick and choose which appointments you want to go to. So what happens there is you get really good at pre-qualifying. You get really good at establishing motivation and timing. You're kind of like, man, I'm busy. I can't be going to these, tire kicker sellers that aren't really serious about selling. You don't forget about them. All you're saying is, I'd rather keep them on my follow-up and my nurture campaign for a little longer. It's like that, hen sitting on an egg until it's ready to hatch. That's the way I want you to think about your nurturing. You're sitting on your leads until they're ready to hatch. If they aren't ready to hatch and you have an overflow of business, you probably don't want to go there. However, for those sellers that are motivated, that are ready to rock, they're ready to list their property, those are the ones us realtors love. Those are the ones we will go there every single day, because that's where we can benefit them and benefit us by putting food on our table. Okay, the leads that are pre-qualified, those are the people that you want to send this pre-listing package. In my coaching program, we used to call it the bomb package. All right. The bomb package that I learned about in my coaching program was too much. Like, no one was going to read through all of that. And it was dinosaur. It was people, the things that they told us to send was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. The ideology of it was good. The information in the package was good. But the only downfall was it was a lot and it was outdated. The branding sucked. I think it makes a difference to have this package well branded, well thought out, short and to the point. So we're going to cover what's going to be in that package for sure. So stay tuned till the end of the video. And if you like it so far, hit that like button. Okay, so one of the reasons why you want to have this bomb package, let's call it, is you want to stand out from the crowd, because there is a lot of realtors in a given marketplace, right? And potential sellers are usually interviewing a whole bunch of different people, whole bunch of different leaders, which is realtors, which is your competition. Now, if this lead source is coming from your sphere or past clients, or it's a referral, you have a better chance of getting that listing, but I would still send them this pre-qualified pre-package, okay, which we are calling, for the sake of this video, the bomb package. All right. So it's going to help you stand out from the rest. It's going to also, the other thing that is going to help is going to help your potential sellers feel better. Remember, when you do a gesture for people, they feel good, and it's going to make you stand out from the crowd. You know, your potential clients, your prospect might forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Hey, you know what? For example, Rick took his time to put this package together. It puts me a step above. Now, if your client, like a lot of times, truth be told, not going to lie, I would walk into my listing appointment after I send that bomb package, and the potential sellers didn't even look through it. But it still helped me. It still helped me because we could look through it together. I was going to cover that stuff in the presentation anyway, but it set me apart from the crowd. Now, the ones that do read it, do go through it, man, it's game over. I'm telling you. The best thing, I'm going to go through what's in the bomb package, but the best feeling in the world is when you come into, because the bomb package has some homework in it. And the best feeling in the world is when you come into that listing appointment and the homework is done. That leads me to believe already that that seller is motivated. They're probably an analytical type. Okay. So that listing is pretty much secured if they've done their homework. Okay, so think about Amazon, right? Like Amazon, it's very hard to compete with Amazon. I'm not using Amazon as an example because they deliver packages to your door and we're talking about the bomb package, but because they've taken such a monopoly on the whole field that it's going to be hard for another person to come and compete. This is the thing that we want to realize with our real estate sales business or any business that you're in, right? I happen to be in real estate sales. I happen to be in real estate, everything, development, lending, all that, construction, all of it, recruiting, all of that stuff we're in. But for the purpose of this video, we're talking real estate sales. If you're not in real estate sales, you can still do the same thing. You know, I know roofing companies that have done this. One time I was getting my roof done personally, and I interviewed a few different roofing companies. Guess what one of them did? They delivered me a package, and that package had a lot of cool stuff in it. And by the time they came into the interview, I was already ready for them. And guess which one I picked? It wasn't a fluke. I picked the roofing company that delivered me the pre-listing package. It works, okay? So the other thing you have to realize is that conversion starts early. When you're taking the time and you're delivering these packages, you're already working on conversion. And you also have to realize, yes, the content of this package is timely to, make, and it costs more money than just showing up and winging a listing presentation. But I'll tell you something. It's a good rule of business to understand that you have to invest in your business. So I think my pre-listing packages, at the end of the day, every single package costs me in around $50 or so, right? And we would be delivering a lot of them, but it's worth those $50. Definitely worth it because your conversion is going higher. You're learning to invest in your business. And the other thing is you have to understand you have a few more touches with your prospect. Anybody that has done sales for a long time and successfully understands that you don't get the deal after your first touch, after your first phone call, after your first email, after your first text. If you have somebody that's sending these packages for you when you have a more detailed business, if it's just you right now, cool. I've been in that position too. I remember when I was doing everything myself. You have to be everything in your business. That's okay. Doesn't matter which state of your business is right now. It is very important to deliver this package. Okay? It helps you pre-sell the appointment. All that good stuff, guys. I think we've covered the fact on why you should put this package together. All right. So let's kind of cover what's going to be included in this package. All right. So I've seen many different packages. I've used different packages. One is simply, my first package was like a shoebox. Literally. The box was branded with my unique selling proposition on it, right? Rick Dhillon, your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. That was my unique selling proposition for a while. I don't use that anymore, but you know, I'm going back to the time where I had my first edition of this box. It was cool. It was aight. It did the job, kind of. I think it was just a lot, and it didn't make the impact that I wanted. As I went on, I had better branding. I inserted a video. There's a cool company where you can just, it's like a folder, but as soon as you open the folder, there's like a video injected into that. That's the first thing that they see. I think I had about a 3 or 4 minute video that kind of, got people excited. So that was awesome. If you guys send me a comment, I could get you that company that I outsourced for this video kind of folder. Just hit the like, give me a comment, and I'll make sure we shoot that information off to you. So now the first thing that's in that package is a letter, a handwritten letter. You got to handwrite the letter. And when you're doing a lot of these, you can handwrite the same letter and just photocopy it on your letterhead. Okay. And then make sure you sign every one before it goes off. But if you're getting really busy, you can even photocopy your signature. I think like when the signature is actually inked in a different color pen than the photocopy, it just brings more, for me, people appreciated that. So what are you going to do in this letter? You're just pretty much going to thank them for the opportunity. And that's about it. And then after the letter, you're just going to go, and there's another sheet, which is a table of contents, which is just showcasing everything that is going to be in this bomb package. So check it out. You open it, you see my 3-4 minute video, you read the letter, then you see the table of contents, and then you're gonna have the other thing is like a little branded folder of my stats, my resume, if you will. Okay. Hey, Rick Dhillon's been in the business for 20 years. He's been top 1%. He sells this many homes a year. His average day on market is this, right? His average price point is this. So what I wanted to showcase in my resume when people are looking at my stats, I wanted to showcase that I get their house sold. I get it sold at a faster time. So what I would have is my average days on market compared to the industry days on market, and lo and behold, mine were actually, I sold my house faster. The other thing I really used to focus on is my sales price, and I wanted to showcase that my sales price is, the percentage of sales price is higher than the average in the market. So let's say the average realtor was getting a 95% of their asking price. Okay, they're asking a list price of so and so, but they sold it at 95% was the average. I would like to showcase mine at, I think it was 98.3% of asking price. So I'm, in this example, I'm 3.3% higher than the competition. And then I'm illustrating, hey, I am earning my keep. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I charge a commission. Yes, my commission is not the cheapest, but I am earning my commission. Your house is getting sold faster, is getting sold at a higher price, and there's a lot of convenience when working with me. The customer service is on point. You don't have to worry about anything. It's like a easy service for you, because a lot of sellers are into convenience, right? You got to understand, if you ever sold your house before, man, it sucks. You got to declutter, you got to stage, maybe you got to paint, and then people want to come and see your house. Your valuables are there. It might be dinner time with your kids, and now the realtor's telling you, yo, go for a walk. It might be snowing. It might be whatever. And you're like, man, I just want to eat dinner with my kids. I had a hard day of work, and now you have 3 showings in the evening. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. So working with somebody that can walk you through that process, working with somebody that can help you through that process, man, that is huge. So these are all the things that I kind of indicate in my resume. And then I would have an idea. The other thing I would have in here is an idea of my marketing plan. All right. What I'm going to do to get their house sold. Now, for me personally, guys, my marketing plan with sellers was all about how I am the person that can bring qualified buyers. I will do another video on this, or maybe I already have, but it's somewhere on my channel. So subscribe on the channel, give this video a like, please. And basically what I want to showcase there is like once you know that a seller simply wants qualified buyers, you showcase your whole marketing plan around that. I will do a video specifically on that for you guys. The other thing that's in this package is my comparative notes, CMA pretty much, right? But done a little differently. I'm going to have them, a sticky note on the houses that are available in the marketplace. So the seller has a good idea of their competition. I have that. I'll have another sticky note on another file that has properties that have sold. Remember, if you're dealing with an SC, for SC personality type, and if you don't know what I'm referring to, just Google DISC, DISC. It's a really cool way of upping your conversion and understanding your prospects. But I'm talking about not DNIs, but S and Cs. They're usually going to go through this whole folder. They're going to appreciate that you've already sent them everything. Okay. And watch this next part. The next part I'm called seller's homework. I actually have a page where the seller can write down everything, highlights of the home, all the upgrades, the things that I need to know to get their house sold and valued properly. Let me tell you this. If you've been on enough listing appointments, you will know that the sellers love talking about their house. I mean, the house could look like a piece of crap, but the seller doesn't think so. The seller thinks their house is the best. Their house is the prettiest. It's kind of like our own kids, right? We always think our kids are the cutest, even though they may not be. But there are kids who we think they're the cutest. We think they're the best. Same people that, sellers feel that about their house. So this is a cool homework where they can go ahead and they can get all their feelings out, get all their emotions out. Tell me how many nails they put in the hardwood so that it doesn't squeak. Therefore, they should get more money. The quality of, lumber that they used when they were framing the house, all of that cool stuff, right? It's just amazing the things that you were here. And I know if you're a realtor in the business for a long time, those things aren't going to bring value to the house, but cool. Let them do it. Okay, now the cosmetic stuff like new kitchens, new bathrooms, taking out walls, making it more open concept, making an awesome basement, those things that bring value, right? But adding more nails onto the hardwood floor, I can't get you more money for that. All right, so that's the next thing that is in there. We talked about stats. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay, so before I get to this, what I'm also going to do is I tried both. I had a video testimonial and printed out testimonials. You got to A/B and test what works for you. But the point here is you have a testimonial book. I made a testimonial book. All of my past clients, the ones that could give me testimonials, I made a little booklet out of them. Sometimes I made videos out of them. And I would want my potential prospects to see this because they may not believe what I have to say, but they always will believe what other people have to say. And then during my listing appointments, I sometimes even say, hey, pick any one of my past clients. You're free to call them and see their experience, okay? So social proof, adding social proof in this bomb package is very important, okay, for obvious reasons. Now, the other thing I would do, I would actually send in the listing agreement. I would have those sticky notes signed here. I would have them, I'd have all the important parts highlighted, the things that they would need to read. I'm telling you, Do this. It's going to do two things. At first, I was scared. I didn't have the sign here thing. My first rendition of this, rather, was just a listing agreement. I would just write, just so you know what's in the agreement that we would sign. And I would highlight all the important parts. I would let them touch and feel a listing agreement. A lot of people don't want to sign it the day of because they haven't read through it, especially your S&C personality types. So I'm giving the time to absorb it. As I got more confident, I actually had sign here on the listing agreement, had everything pre-filled out except for the price, right? And the commission. Everything else was right here, and I would attach a letter, say, hey, this is exactly what we would need. Have this filled out. Take a read through it. When I come there, we will be discussing price. Please take a look at the CMAs that I sent you in this package, comparative market analysis I sent you in this package. We will discuss price. We will discuss commission. Sign everything else. Leave that blank. Guys, this works. This works. Try it. It works. Because two things it does. It gives them a head start and do their homework, so they can't say, I don't know what's in the agreement. They're ready to sign. Number two, they know you're going to talk about price and commission, so they're okay. And in that letter that accompanied that, I'd also write, look, if we're not going to go through this that day, if we don't come into agreement with price and commission, you tear this up. I won't take this with me. And then you can add things like a copy of your brochures that you use, when you sell a house, your just listed flyers, your just sold flyers, all that good stuff. Look, stick it in the bomb package. This pre-listing package will change your life. The law of reciprocity kicks in. You do something for others, they're bound to do something with you. You're using smart strategic strategies on the content in the package like we covered, helping you seal the deal, and you're crushing the competition. Okay? Look, man, or woman, look, man, I'm going to tell you something. This thing works, and I want you to try it. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, send me a comment. We'll see you on the next one.